Okay, guys, welcome to today's Zoom meeting for the Mastermind group. I know there's going to be more people popping on, but just a couple things I wanted to go over today, and then anything else you guys want to bring up. I wanted to talk about the 90-day game plan and weekly calls, and definitely the HHP group, and then whatever else you guys want to chat about. What I wanted to share with you is, and Sue's not on yet, but she's supposed to be getting on. She's been doing the weekly calls with me, and we've been keeping them very short and simple, and we're getting really good feedback. So I hope your team members are enjoying them and that it's helping them. We're trying to give them really short, specific things that they can do. I've been giving out a weekly prize, so it's been kind of fun to do a little incentive. I know Terry, who won the 10X book last week, it was so cute. She actually posted a picture of herself with the book. She was so excited. So honestly, I don't even know whose team she's on, but I was thrilled to be able to do that. And we're doing a live call on Friday to announce the winner of the Ice Body Challenge thing. Hi, Matt.
Hi.
Hi, Randy. Jody.
I am.
Hello. Isn't this cool? It's like Hollywood Squares.
I'm going to quit my job and just do this all day.
It's a lot of fun.
This is a lot more fun.
It is.
Okay,
so
girls have a good day.
Thanks.
Bye.
Oh, how cute.
Oh, it's his birthday. I think he was hoping for a little more.
Gosh, if we would have known that, we would have sang.
He never usually comes home at lunch, but.
Hey, we're on record.
Guess we better hurry up, huh?
Can we start over?
Dear God. Okay. We're going to end this at 1, so you can be done. Okay. So we're talking about the 90-day game plan calls. Susan, I was just sharing with them that that we're going to follow up with. Our challenge last week was, if you didn't watch the video, everyone, we challenged them to invite 7 people that they've personally enrolled. All right.
There's a lot of feedback.
Did you guys mute your lines? I'm not sure if you, oh, it's probably the phone. Whoever's on the phone, if you guys don't mind muting also. Great, I think we got it. Okay, so last week's challenge was getting everyone on the Ice Body Challenge. So for everyone that was doing Ice Derby teams, they get a point for everyone they personally enrolled that signs up to do the Ice Body Challenge. So we put a challenge out for everyone to try to get 7 people they personally enrolled, and we've had a lot of excitement with that. So thank you guys, because I know you guys are all upping it and posting in ISA for Wealth a lot more and creating that excitement. So Friday we're going to do a live video. Everyone who did get 7 people on the challenge, we're going to do a drawing, and I have a prize I'm going to give away and ship out again like I did last week. But Sue and I had been talking, and she said she thought maybe, especially with the launch party week and the great kind of incentive we have going for today and tomorrow, that maybe we should do our Friday call today. So we just recorded and put it out, a new call on ISA for Wealth. Already somebody's watched it, and I don't know if you saw the comment, Sue, but they loved it. So basically today's call, what we did was we talked about the extra $25 in free products today and tomorrow with the free enrollment, and how huge today and tomorrow should be for everyone, but also showed them a live example of going into your back office and finding someone that has stored BV and PV and getting them to get excited about enrolling their first 2 people or 2 people to promote to consultants. So Sue actually shared her screen and showed that, and it was really, really pretty cool. So we'll be talking that up as well. Any comments, feedback, suggestion on 90 Day? You guys unmute as you need to, but I think it's going really well. We're pretty excited about it, but would love any feedback you have.
It's great. I think it's awesome. I love it. I love the little things that you're putting out there. And I mean, I'm going to go get 7 people on the Ice Body Challenge too. So
good, because it's 7 points for your Ice Derby team.
I know.
I love it too, Cindy. I think it's a great incentive, and it's something that I haven't recently thought about, going back, wrapping around with people that are, haven't done it yet. So thank you so much. I've contacted everyone. I'm really excited about the challenge.
Good, good. All right, anything else? Any ideas or topics?
Cindy, I just want to ask, so I don't think, though, we get points for ISA Derby unless they're on the team. So, like, if I went back to someone that was in my downline and just got them, you know, recharged and they joined the ISA Body Challenge, you don't get a point for that.
We did before.
I think
Pardon?
we do. Yeah, I really do think we do, Sue.
I'll look it up right now. We did before.
I thought it was anyone new that you added that joined the ISA Body Challenge, or you. I'm going to look too.
It says you are a team member signing up for the ISA Body Challenge. Max 1 point per enrollment.
Per enrollment.
Yeah, and it says team member. Now, it doesn't delineate whether that's ISA or ISA
Derby
team member.
or just team member in general. It doesn't.
I mean, if you guys think about it, oh, here I am. I can't find my meeting. If you guys think about it, just imagine you could get 80 points in one day just getting everybody on. I really don't think that that's the rule. And I remember from before, so it might not sound like that, but I bet if you checked with them, it's new people or yourself, because then also it's 5 points if you finish during.
Right. Okay. I'm looking in the Q&As, and you're right. It says you will receive 1 point if you or your new member enters the ISA Body Challenge. So you'll get your points for all your new people. So you want all your new people to do it, but I still want everyone going back to their old
Right.
people.
Yes.
I definitely, I mean, that's why we talked about it and did it, because it's a way to kind of re-engage people and get them ordering again. So it's fine. But when you said that, I just want to make sure that everybody's not like, oh my gosh, where are my ISA Derby points? I enrolled 30 people.
In the program. Yeah. It clarifies here. 1 point if you or your new member enters the ISA Body contest. So for us, if we were already in one and we complete it, we'll get our 5 points. But then if we start up a new one, we'll get 1 more point because we didn't get that because we were already in a challenge.
Right.
Okay, great. Thanks for pointing that out, Sue. All right, any other, can you guys think of any great topics you want to see that to help your teams for the 90-day calls that we're doing each week? So far, we've talked about the ISA Body Challenge. We talked about creating consultants. We're using the incentives. Any other ideas you'd like to see for your team members?
There's not anything that we've been talking about.
I think, getting people to events. I mean, we could do a whole call for, events. And if you're not already signed up, get signed up for events. That might be a topic. But what other ones can you guys come up with? Things that will help your team.
I was going to say maybe how to do their own launch party, like maybe have people that have been doing them say how they do them, because everybody does them different. So that's what I'm thinking would be good.
So you mean us showing how to do a launch party?
Or just talking about ways to do it, because there are different ways.
Okay.
Like a back to basics. Back to basics.
Okay. Lori, Tiffany, how about you? Anything that will help your team?
I'm thinking.
Okay. If you can't come up with something during this time, be thinking about it and post in the mastermind group. You have something, Randy?
Jody does.
Well, I would just say we've been trying to get our team to do more on the U+2, them +2, that I feel like our leaders really get the U+2, but they're not getting to the them +2 portion. So maybe just some focus on the them +2, focus on getting them to create that with their team. Like our leaders get it and they're doing it, but their people aren't doing it.
That might be good for next week, since we're creating consultants this week. Maybe next week we teach those consultants to create consultants.
And did you guys watch the what we did this week, Randy and Jody?
The ISA Body one?
She just posted it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, that one's really kind of good in showing people how to build consultants. It just shows you going into the back office, kind of even see who it is So hopefully, if you look at that and we can build from there.
And that's on ISA for Wealth, right?
Yep, just posted it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well, keep the ideas coming, guys, because the whole purpose of these short things are to get your team excited. So whatever ideas you have, anyone's welcome to do one. They don't have to be Sue and I each week. I committed to doing this. If you have something you want to train on, absolutely, you're welcome to do it. If you don't, everybody's so busy with all the other stuff going on. We get it, and we're happy to do it. So just know that it doesn't have to be Sue and I every week. Anyone can step up. All right. Lori Olson, are you on the phone yet? I know she's coming right from workout. I'm not seeing her. Okay, how about Kelly, Cindy? Either of you guys want to be spokespeople for the HHP group and share how's that going? Are we getting enrollments? I know the excitement's over the roof. How's that going and how can we help?
I actually have to jump off because
I'll talk.
Okay. So I can't do it.
Yeah, we are getting enrollments. I know I have.
I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, okay, great. Well, go ahead, Kelly.
I hit the mute and then I hit hang up when you said, "Are you here?" instead of mute. So to come back in.
All right, well, we'll let Kelly go, and then you can chime in next, Lori.
I've had several team members that are having great success. I have one friend who she enrolled and then her spouse enrolled because she was so excited from adding her to the group. She was going to wait a couple weeks or a couple months or something. So yeah, I mean, like I said before, there's definitely going to be a learning curve in the beginning till everybody gets everything in line. But I think the biggest thing is just getting everybody to post. I have a lot of people that I'm talking to and they're like, I'm like, welcome your people, but post too. Like post product things. It doesn't have to be, it can be a stupid picture of you kissing your Cleanse for Life bottle. It can be anything. Just post products, transformations, inspiration, motivation, exercise tips, anything. So I think that's the biggest thing that I have.
Awesome. Okay, Lori. Are you there?
So question is, yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so question is update on HHP?
Yeah, kind of. How's it going? Are you seeing people enroll, actually enrolling on the program? And then what can we all do as a group to help support?
Kelly's comments are great. I guess I would suggest there's a lot of people clearly that are going to be always jumping on new that don't exactly know how to utilize it. And let's just remember that we have those. Tiffany was great to post those directions that we might have to walk them through. So anytime you see your team members not quite doing it the way that is suggested, you don't have to get upset with them, but I have intervened and said, hey, it's awesome that you welcomed a new person. Let's do, I don't know if it's the suggestions, but, and I'll kind of explain. And they're like, oh, okay, thanks. So I just think, because that's the whole duplication piece, is that we're being duplicatable so people kind of can get it. Other than that, I would say, yeah, I had 3 enrollments last week. Their comments to me were over the top, loving the group, the prospects anyway. And my team members are using, the ones who are using it are too. One of the gals has been hanging out for a little, probably short of several, it's probably been 6, 7, 8 months. And of course we've amped it up since then. It was the page in addition to, the personal touch of reaching out and caring about a person. But what she said about the page was like, this really stood out to me as I really will get supported here. And it wasn't just once in a while, it was all the time. So this tells me it might be a company that I would actually want to work with. Those were her exact words.
Yeah.
So it's helping me create business builders right away because they're like, I like it here. I haven't even tried the products, but I like it here. So she already wanted to be in the ISA for Wealth group. So yeah, I guess as for suggestions, all the things that Kelly said, I guess most of the time I check myself when I'm posting thinking, is this adding value and education to my team members? and to prospects to help them learn? Or am I just posting just to post? So it doesn't have to be that you do all this research. I mean, and things can be repeated. Everything gets missed because it's so busy. And then I also kind of noticed people kind of slamming it first thing in the morning. And then, you know, we have time to shed. And I know everyone has to do it when they have time. But when I see welcome, 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 and no education, I am going in and adding value and adding education. But it's all me sometimes, you know, that's what we really have to watch. And and I suggest to my team members, for every person you welcome, you should be adding a piece of education. So that at least one, so that you're balancing out the value that this tool is giving you and what you can give the tool.
And
so that's about all I would say.
What about, you guys refresh my memory, Tara's going to do a call for ISA for Wealth to educate them on how to properly add people and on the group. That's tomorrow or Wednesday? Wednesday.
I'll talk to her. I think we scheduled a time we could both be on, so I'll talk to her about. I was kind of thinking of helping the people who were less informed or a brand new person get the ball rolling and clarify any questions. Because I know I have a lot of my business builders in a Facebook chat group, and we go back and forth all the time. And that really helps. We just all help each other clarify. Yeah. So that might be an idea for you guys, because otherwise, you know, you're getting 15 messages from 15 different team members, and actually the same question is answered for all of us in one spot.
Okay. So, you know, we can all get on that call or at least watch the recording, but certainly, you know, for all the people that are on ISA for Life, a lot of them aren't involved in the HHP group. So for those people, this will be a great overview for them. They can also figure out how to properly add people on, and, you know, Lori and Tara can explain to them if you're going to be adding and welcoming people, please contribute by posting as well. So
I have one thing, Cindy.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that we need to also interact on those education posts, because people are just commenting on the welcome post, and that's what's pushing them up to the top. So that's why it's like, oh, welcome, 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 because we're not interacting with the education posts or people posting pictures. So I think we need to interact on that side as well. Instead of, you know, somebody posting something and then nobody says anything. It's crickets. So I think we need to also interact there as well.
Right. Hey, Lori, I think your line is off giving some background noise, so I don't want to mute you in case you have something to say. So you mute yourself and then unmute if you want to add. All right. Anything else about HHP, about anything else you trying to talk, Sue?
I have a question. Yeah, I was muted. Okay. So my question just came from someone that let's see, she said she tried to post a video link and she couldn't do that. And she wondered if she was able to post so she can go in and invite people and welcome people and post, but she tried to put a link in her own post and it wouldn't let her. And she's pretty computer savvy. So I wondered about that. That was what.
You have to be an administrator for that, you guys? What's the deal on because I know that's come up before.
Well, the video should be in the comment section anyway.
It was in the comment section, so.
Okay.
It was in the main comment section. So I was kind of wondering why she wasn't able to do that. Then the other
This is Tiffany.
Yeah, Tiffany, I know this came up for you.
Yeah, no, it didn't come up for me, but I've had the problem before. I didn't post about it, but sometimes, and I don't know why, it will happen, like whether you're in the app or it'll even happen on my computer sometimes. If I shut down the app and come back in, all of a sudden I can create a link. Or I can, sometimes I can't tag somebody. And I know it's just because I have to shut it down, kind of like the old adage of turn off your computer, turn it back on kind of thing. And all of a sudden it works. I'm not sure why, but that's usually what it is for me when I can't tag somebody or when I can't create a link. It's just, I don't know what's going on. It's a little wonky, and it will allow you to do it once you come back up.
So in other words, there's no one's restricted. So if you're in there, okay, there's no restrictions, because I'm not an administrator and I know I post links all the time. So, okay, that was her one question. Then her other question, she's someone you'd probably want as an administrator. She's really savvy, an older woman. She's awesome. But she's been watching all the trainings, and she said, the global executives talk about a separate page to send business prospects to. Do we have one of those? So now, I know we have our ISA for Wealth, but we're not sending people there randomly, correct? I mean, we're not inviting people to take a look at it, right?
She's correct. She's misunderstanding what they're saying. They have a separate business page once they enroll if they're interested.
So ours
do not have a business page. Right. They do not have a business page for prospects. Prospects only go in the product page.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Any other comments, feedback, suggestions?
I guess I had one thought that I just thought of. Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. Go ahead, Lori.
So we've had a couple people, like, it will keep coming up, whether they're, I don't know, certain comments that I guess one gal said she felt nauseous on the cleanse. Why is that? And got good feedback, of course, and reframed and has done well on her cleanse days. What I noticed is when I look through the comments, when I see something like that, if it's been reframed and taken care of, I don't comment again because it just keeps bumping that post back up. And I find that those posts, I know people are trying to help and support, and it gets the most comments when we have things like that. And I'm sure it makes the person feel good. It's just something to consider. If you feel like, and you read through it, it's really been resolved well and the person feels better, it might be a good idea to just leave it alone. And I'm not saying anyone in this group does that, but it was just a concept that we've discussed before when we have things that, are sensitive. If that makes sense.
Right.
I mean, on that note, and Lori, we were mentioning earlier about all the welcome posts and everything. I think kind of the point of the whole thing is I've learned that it's really good to be a little bit strategic when it comes to commenting and doing everything. So I will, for instance, go in, and if I see a whole bunch of welcome posts, I'll put the comments in because I want them to get them all done because I want everybody to feel welcome, and I think that's very important. But then I'll make sure, and I go through and I make sure that I find a lot of education posts, and I like or comment a whole bunch of them so that they all get bumped up to the top, so that the first thing you don't see is all these welcome posts when you come in. And then I've also been, as Lori mentioned earlier, encouraging all my new people, and I do the same thing, is whenever I welcome somebody onto the page, I post something of education so that, there's another post going in to make sure that it goes in there. I don't think everybody really everybody on here does, but I think what we have to do a better job of educating our teams is that they shouldn't look at posting as something extra they have to do, something that is, going to seem like extra work. This is follow-up. I mean, we've always talked about follow-up. Follow-up is posting. And if we really make that clear that every time they post in there, they're bringing all the people they've welcomed into the page along with them back into the page. That's how it's follow-up. And I don't think everybody kind of grasps that it's like when you have a brick and mortar store, that every time you go into the store and you post something, you're bringing all those people back with you. I mean, it's the best concept. And so I think if they look at it as that this is follow-up, is actually posting and educating, and they're educating themselves by finding things to post, that it's a win-win. It's not a waste of time if that's what they think it is. So
right. And I had a question. Isn't there a way that we can take the HHP posts from taking up so much of our news feed so that we can go on just to the HHP group to do our commenting? Anyone
yes, Cindy. Yep. So like when you're in your news feed and you see that Tiffany posted to HHP, there's that little arrow and it can drop down and you can turn off HHP and say, I don't want to see HHP posts.
Okay.
You still are a member of the group. You can still go there and get them and But I did that the other day, and it made a huge, huge difference in my newsfeed because we want to be able to see our potential. So,
right. And I think we're missing it. And I'm going to do that for ISA for Life. I'm doing that for ISA for Wealth. That way, when I go to my news feed, I can comment and prospect. And then I'll go into the groups to do my helpful, helpful tips and hips and stuff. Okay.
I just want to jump in
Can I
and
mention
say one quick thing to what Tiffany was saying. Follow-up for people is really scary. So the idea of being able to do a post and call that follow-up, I think will be a really good thing. People, it's hard to reach out, but then it's hard to keep following up when they realize it's as easy as a post. So I guess Tara's not on here, but I hope that's part of her training tomorrow or whenever she's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening, so I'll remind them. I guess going back to I know we're trying to get off this call, and these are just things I noticed, and this is my opinion. So you can agree with it or not. When I go through HHP, I look through and I see all the welcome posts I don't know. I look for the ones that are sparse, the ones that need a welcome, the ones that don't have any welcomes, the ones that only have 1 or 2. If they have 8, 9, 10, I let it go. They're welcome. You don't have to comment on all of them. You don't need to, and plus that's just bumping those welcomes up in the newsfeed again. You're going to get more notifications all the time that someone commented under your welcome, which I'm happy to manage, but we really just want to make sure everyone feels welcome. A few is plenty. We don't have to put 25 welcomes under every single person.
Yeah,
That's
good point.
not even necessary.
Good point.
So that will save up a lot of time. So just scroll through and look who needs, who's being left out, sitting in a corner or whatever.
Okay. Good point. Ann Branty. I saw you raising your hand. Sorry.
I was dancing. I love HHP. Yay. I agree with everything here. My question is, I feel what I'm doing now is I'm spending so much energy on HHP, and I notice myself, I'm not over an ISA for Life as much as I used to be. So sometimes I just post in both places at the same exact time. I'm curious what everyone thinks there. And I'm curious about what we're going to do with that group. If anybody has any thoughts, I know it's just premature right now. So I'm trying to spread the love, and I'm doing almost the exact same post. I just want an opinion on that.
I'm kind of doing the same thing because I still feel like we have 5,000 people in that group I don't want to abandon. But I'd love to hear other people's feedback.
One of the things I do is if I come across a good article or I want to post something about a product, that I will set it up to post both on our page and the ISA for Life page. And I'll do that for our Shooting Stars page as well as the ISA for Wealth page. So I do occasionally work both ways on those just to fill them in. And, it doesn't take any longer on Hootsuite to set it up that way.
Mm-hmm. All right. How about the HHP people? Tell us your thoughts. I know you believe in one product page, one business page. I think we need to know, how are you feeling about ISA for Life? Because we need to all kind of be on the same page here.
I'll be honest, I haven't really made a decision because I see the value in it, but I also feel that I don't want to abandon anybody over there in ISA for Life. However, I feel like everybody that is actively working their business and actively even looking at anything on ISA for Life is in HHP. Because I know a lot of people, I might be wrong, but I know that all of my team members that even do anything at all, even if they go for ISA for Wealth, they're on HHP as well. Now, maybe it's just because I've gotten them all over there, but.
Maybe the business people, but there's a lot of product people. And I was just listening to.
Even my product people, though, too. And the product people that they never went to ISA for Life as it was. So they're not going to miss it if it's gone, is my point.
Well, isn't my understanding is that eventually you want to go to just the HHP page, right? Isn't that what Lynette and whatever his name was saying? So that you've just got that page and then a business page?
That's what they do, but I don't know if we have necessarily decided that's what we want to do. That's what they recommend.
Well, just, and you know that I'm more of an outsider on this because I don't really participate there a lot, but to me, it looks like that's what you're starting to do, that you are transitioning to the HHP. Mm-hmm. And it takes more work to have the HHP and ISA for Life. Mm-hmm. You're finding that out right now, just trying to get enough posts on there.
Right.
The hard part is, how do we take 5,000 people?
The same way that you took 1,000 or 2,000 people and put them all together on ISA for Life.
And the thing is that, sorry, Randy.
I was just going to say, just start giving them some notice on it that, there is a transition coming up, and, give them a week or 2 weeks, something in there, and just prepare them.
That's what we've all done. I agree with what Randy's saying. It's just, that's what I did. I mean, I only have 400, but they all did. It took a few times. Everyone started catching on. I think your biggest issue is the people that are not financially tied to you in there. Is that right, Cindy?
Well, and yeah, I mean, we do have a lot of people that aren't financially linked to our team in that group. So when we do whatever we're going to do, if we all, end up moving over to HHP, that will be the one thing, is those people won't be coming with us. But there's still there's still product users in there that aren't really engaged they don't have, there's a lot of people that don't do the business, that are using the products, that might not be tied to us individually, that are there. So it's going to be figuring out that fine line of how do we tell them without telling the whole group that we're migrating over. So that's where we're going to have to spend some time on this. Ann, do you have comments on it?
No, but I was just thinking, like everybody, we're definitely transitioning. How would it be as an administrator for all of us that are administrators to, instead of putting it on you and Susan and transferring 5,000 people, if I spent, when the time is right, looking at my people that I've added as an administrator, and then transferring over to HHP myself, you know what I mean? I'm responsible for my people that I've added. And then maybe it's going to take some effort of giving a message to those people, like a cut and paste. It would be, a lot of work, but that's what we want them not to get lost, and just say, hey, we're transitioning to a different group. You're going to notice that we, once you're added to the new group, you will, no longer be on ISA for Life. So if you notice it's, differently, you look for it and it's not there, the new group is called this will be happening in the next, week. And I don't know, maybe just do like 25, I don't know, 100, whatever you have, but I'm responsible for my people that, I recognize, and maybe take them off, and then our group would get smaller. I don't know.
That's kind of one of the things Lori and I had talked about a couple weeks ago was, maybe as we do this transition, the ones that are already in HHP, they take themselves off ISA for Life. And then when we're left with the bare bones there after everyone's gone through, what I could offer it up, I could say, to someone else, if you'd like to have this, like Jill Scott, I could give it to Jill because she's got a lot of team members in there too that aren't financially linked to us. I could do that. And we could keep that intact for the rest of the people that want to stay there. And, do that. Something like that is feasible. We can talk about that. This is going to be a process, but in the meantime, I'm kind of afraid that to deal with that during the 90-day game plan, I really want everybody focused for the 90 days. So I kind of feel like maybe we do the 90-day game plan, keep doing what we're doing, putting people and adding value in the HHP group, really utilizing the ISA for Wealth group and doing that all together. But let's not forget about ISA for Life. And maybe after the 90 days, we tackle this. What do you guys think?
I agree with the idea that, and I think just check with people who, like Lisa and Erica, that shut down their pages and how they transferred the people over. That I know that on Lisa's page, she just posted on there that, hey, we're going to be shutting down, transferring over to this page. And I don't remember if she added us or we had to request it, but I imagine she added us. But talk to them and see how it's done and give a lead up time to it.
Well, I guess the challenge with Cindy, though, is that we do have a lot of people that won't be able to get on our HHP page because they're not financially linked. So making a big announcement is like a slap in the face to them. Like, hey, we're leaving you behind. Go find your own page, So, I mean, that's...
life sucks sometimes, you can't help it.
you know what?
You're so funny.
That's true. That's true. But you know what could happen is that we're just getting those people, like they're going to get lost in the shuffle because we don't know. I mean, when we first started, we added Aaron and Trevor for a little more excitement on our page. We just wanted to they were Isabody people and it was kind of exciting. They added people. And so it's turned into, how would I know if somebody, if they said, oh, I want to join. And for HHP, we're just letting everyone join, right? So then we're running into that same kind of thing. It is tricky. It's trickier.
I like Ann's idea. Why don't we just start by all of us taking care of our own team and see how far we get? You guys can go delete Aaron Harrison and Trevor. They're not even going to know. They don't care. I mean, there's a few people that are not even going to know or care if you delete them from the group. They would be too, I'm sure. They're in the thousands. They're just kind of, and if they do, just say we're actually terminating that group. That's all you would have to say. I'm sure there's other people you might have to coddle more. But if like Lisa takes charge of all of her team members, and then I'm taking care of mine and Ann's taking care of hers, mine are all there. And if you want, I think that would be maybe an easy way to start dwindling those numbers down, and then if you got that out to every single exec, and then we did it to all our teams, it would come down to numbers of you probably being able to eyeball who you need to talk to.
Yeah,
I think
within a month we could get there.
One of the things you're going to find happen though is you're concerned about the posting on the page. As you start pulling people out of there, people are going to be less involved in the page. It's going to go dead real fast.
Yeah.
Well, we have to make a commitment, though.
The posting here that we're looking at.
You have to make a commitment, though, in doing that, to be intentionally remembering, like you're doing with Hootsuite, to just continue to post there, for as long as it takes, just because we are a team. So I might have my people gone and Susan doesn't have hers gone yet. We're all a team.
Well,
so
no, I agree with you,
right.
But at some point you're going to have everybody transferred over,
right?
And you're going to be running the HHP page,
right?
And whoever's left, they've got to be aware that the leaders in there are going to have to take care of them, because this group isn't going to be on there anymore.
Yeah.
So, and we do need to let those people know as well, because where did you go? Because what happened to my support? I mean, not that it's our responsibility, but we want everybody to succeed on this program. It's better for all of us.
Right.
So I think it's who's going to be the leaders. I mean, that's not your job, Cindy, or anybody's, but FYI, we're setting a goal to merge, take our people off. We want to give you a heads up. So you better step it up, because in the next, whatever, by January 1st, we're pretty much all going to be in a different place.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, another idea is giving a list of the other groups that are available for every single Isogenics person on Facebook. There are a gazillion. So that might just be an extra support. We're not going to be using this page. I mean, once you dwindle it down to the people you're feeling uncomfortable with, we're going a different route. You probably wouldn't have to give a lot of explanation. Here are, again, as a reminder, the other Facebook groups that are here to support you on your Isogenics journey.
Yeah, maybe like a post that we pin like that, Lori. And I kind of like maybe phasing it out and giving us through the end of the year. That way it can be a slow process. And, hopefully, we can, as we start to make sure all of our people are in HHP and have them take themselves off ISA for life, and we have those still left standing, we can post, what's going on. And if you are on our team financially linked to us, reach out to your enrolling sponsor or me, whoever posts it, and let us know you want to be added to these groups. That way we are not letting, that no one, I just don't want to miss anyone and have them feel like they have no support if they don't have a strong upline. So, okay, awesome. Well, we will look for Lori and Tara's call on Wednesday for more training on the HHP group. And I just thank you guys so much. I know this has been quite a transition for us all, but hopefully you can all agree on one thing, that it's really been exciting. The last few weeks have been super exciting. The 90-day game plan and what's going on this week with Launch Party Week, the excitement is through the roof. So I really pray you guys all just have a phenomenal week of enrolling and creating consultants and seeing really great momentum for your team financially. All right. Anything else before we close?
Mm-mm.
All right, guys. Have a great week, everybody.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Have you seen my day timer?